Southern Literary Festival is an association of universities and colleges from the South who get together every year and celebrate student writing. This year we're hosting it at the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. So we'll have events where we have speakers come in from across the South and actually across the nation. They will read from their works. They'll hold workshops for our students. And then students who submitted their work in the fall to the regional competition, the winners of those works will have their works read at this festival. They'll receive their certificates and their work was published in an anthology. So it's a great opportunity for the students.
Talk about today is basically what I perceive of as the best way to be able to make it in the literary world. John Gosslee. I run Pank Magazine, which is one of the most beloved and the most riskiest magazine for literature in the United States, and I edit Fjord's Review and direct C&R Press. I think that what's important to recognize as a writer is that we all have different motivations for where we want our work to be, but to follow through on those motivations that we have. Great writing that we see is about real work that the writer did. It's not just about lucky breaks. It's about those lucky breaks that happen and you're ready to take advantage of them because your writing has been so well crafted.
Hi, my name is Jill Patterson. I'm a professor in the creative writing program at Texas Tech University, and since 2009 I have been working with death penalty attorneys as their case storyteller, following them on the road, investigating murder cases, and putting what I know about writing to good use in what they do in the courtroom representing indigent men and women facing the death penalty. My best advice to aspiring writers is to read like there is no tomorrow. You cannot be a good writer if you are not also a devoted reader.
And if none of these thoughts have actually crossed your mind, then perhaps bringing them up and putting them before you, if nothing else, is an effective introduction to the inner commotion that drives my day-to-day. That has indeed driven me to make the kinds of decisions over the years that have landed me.
Hey, I am Giuseppe Taurino. I am the Assistant Director of Creative Writing Program at the University of Houston and a contributing editor at American Short Fiction and a short story writer. I guess one thing that I would say to aspiring writers is keeping in mind maybe something that I learned a long while ago, which is that talent is not really something that's important. At the end of the day, it's about approaching the craft and the process of writing with a blue-collar work ethic. I know plenty of talented writers that have stopped writing, and I know plenty of decent writers that have become great writers through work ethic. So I hope you take that to heart.
Hi, I'm Courtney Miller Santo. I have 2 novels published with HarperCollins, The Root of the Olive Tree and 3-Story House. And if I'm speaking to somebody who wants to become a writer, the best thing I can tell them to do is actually 2 things. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Number 1 is to stay in the chair and just keep writing your sentences. And the second thing is to really think about what the story is that you want to tell that really defines who you are as a human being.
I'm Sandy Longhorn. I'm a poet and a professor. I teach at the University of Central Arkansas in the undergraduate creative writing program and the Arkansas Writers MFA program. I most recently won the 2016 Porter Fund Literary Prize, which is an Arkansas prize for a body of literary work. My advice to emerging writers is to read and to be awake. Reading is incredibly important as we need to hear the other writers around us and learn from them what makes writing sing. It's important to be awake because we write about the human condition and our view is not the only view in the world, so we want to be watching and listening to how all the other people around us inhabit this space and make their way through the days, as they also have something to teach us about what it means to experience the ups and downs of being a human.
I'm Kelly Jennings. I teach here at UA Fort Smith. I've published a lot of short stories and a novel. The short story I'm most proud of right now is the one that I published in fantasy and science fiction. It's going to come out in May. Advice that I'd give to aspiring writers mostly is sit in the chair and write. If you're not writing and you're not submitting, then you're not doing the job. Write every day. Try to write 1,000 words a day, and then when you've got a story, send it out and keep sending it out.